Hey guys! So I'm here at Zion's National Park and I would like to share a video about something that Russell M. Nelson spoke in the last Journal Conference, April 2022. And he talked a little bit about like conflicts, like to pray for people in the world, you know, that you can have peace, but also just to start with us inside. Start within yourself. And anytime, like if you don't have a good peace within yourself, there's going to be conflicts outside. There's going to be conflicts anyway, but it'll create more conflicts with other people when you are conflicted inside. But when you are at peace with yourself and in your heart, it's easier to not have conflicts with other people. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that today from my perspective. So just like any relationship, the relationship you have with yourself is the main thing you need is trust. You need to trust in yourself. And if you don't have that, it's okay. The first step is accepting that. Accepting, you know what? I have conflicts in my heart. I have felt very conflicted many times in my life, and it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to have those conflicts in your heart. So, one of the things that I have done that has led to my healing is learning to build that trust. And so the first step is, there's two super important ingredients to learn to trust yourself, to start off with at least. One is kindness, being extremely kind, and number two is being honest. And that means just being completely honest with yourself about how you feel about things, about just everything in your life, and learning to trust, and not just trust, but trust that if you are making the wrong decision, that you will figure it out. Trusting and being willing to accept the fact that you're going to make mistakes, that you're going to be wrong. And the more you can accept every part of yourself, inside of you is going to feel loved. If you truly love yourself and you have a hard time loving yourself, that's a conflict. And I've experienced that. And if I catch myself doing it, I don't put myself down oh, you're being so rude to yourself, putting myself in my place. It sounds kind of weird, but or just an interesting way of looking at it. But I have seen how when I'm kind to myself, and completely accepting myself, I'm not worried that I'm gonna start being mean to other people and being selfish and stuff like that, because I know who I am deep down is a loving person. Everyone has inside of them a light of love. Some people in my church, we call it the light of Christ. Everyone has it. It's that sense of right or wrong, and you know what it means to be kind. And so be kind to yourself first. But the other thing that I've noticed as I go inside and when I feel something off, or I feel I'm not sure what to do, I'll pause. I go consciously in my head, I'll go inside my body, inside my heart specifically, especially, but also listening to the whole part of my soul, and listening for, okay, what needs to be done, and not forcing anything, just allowing myself to be completely in the moment, completely present with my emotions, whether it's something more positive or something that feels more uncomfortable, but just allowing myself to completely accept that moment. And then whatever needs to happen will happen. If you are being selfish, for example, this actually happened this morning. I did something and I didn't think about it as being selfish, but then I realized there were some things that were selfish about it. So I felt guilty. I felt guilt. I didn't feel shame, because I've learned how to get rid of that emotion, because shame isn't helpful. I can talk about that in another video. Brene Brown talks about it. You can look up her stuff. But the point is guilt is different. Guilt is helpful because it helps you be a better person. So I felt guilty, and I allowed myself to be completely present with that guilt. And then it helped me after I did that, I was more aware of the mistake I made. I was more aware of the other people, and I felt more love. And that's what it's supposed to do, is because I don't claim to be like, oh, I know everything, I know I'm there, but I have found that this practice of being completely present is extremely helpful and extremely present. I don't know how to explain it, but just completely present with those emotions and being willing to accept them completely and let them communicate what they're supposed to. Because anytime you have an emotion, that's communication, that's feedback of something that's going on inside. So in order to end the conflicts within your soul, start by being kind and learning to trust and be honest. I think those two I can expand on probably on, maybe another video or something. If you have any questions or something you would like to talk about further, I love discussion. So feel free to ask questions or give me feedback, share some of your experiences. I love hearing back from, people. I just love hearing people's opinions because we're all so different, and so it's so much fun. So anyway, so good luck. I'd like to hear if you actually try this and tell me what works and what doesn't, because it's all work in progress. So look forward to talking to you soon.